Figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe. Oh, men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be greatest of all times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than the speeding bullet. Nah, it's cool, it's cool. Don't play with it, baby. Say so what you gon' do? Stop playing with it, baby. Nah. If you gon' do it, then don't play with it, baby. Exactly. Yeah. You ain't built like that.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Hey, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Atlanta Falcons and the Arizona Cardinals.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Typically we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play? Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Off play action. Jones. They'll roll him out right. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Off the play fake. Jones. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. play action. Jones. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And here's Hoff-Richter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you... And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Adrian Peterson, 77 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0.
Makes the score Cardinals 7, Falcons nothing.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken in the end zone, and Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a first down.
First down, Falcons.
Off the play fake, Jones. He'll buy some time right. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones, he's going to take a shot for the end zone. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
And 3 yards to go.
Jones now. Off the play fake. Sliding out of the pocket. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And this one will be brought back to the 22. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Shotgun now from Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs. Again, they'll throw with Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs. Throwing again, Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. First down, Murray. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 33-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Jones airing it out, looking for... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 67 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, Murray. Escaping the pressure right. This one caught by Isabella. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 52 yards.
At the 22-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. Edmonds going to get the handoff here on the option. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Cardinals 14. Falcons.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
10 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this will be a Falcons first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action. Jones. And his throw here's incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Off the play fake. Jones. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And down inside the 10 at the 9. A big-time play there for the Falcons. And even 50 yards.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
Here's Mostert. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1.
2nd and goal.
They'll run with Mostert, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Andy Isabella on the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Peterson. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Big loss here as he's taken down. Dante Fowler. What a sensational effort. That's going to be a loss of 20.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Now Murray off play action. Flush to his right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at the 15. Oh, what a move. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. And now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Mostert. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
A gain of 12. First down, Atlanta.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. He came right off the bench. That's his first carry of the game, and he left an indelible mark on the game.
Did not just bring fresh legs off the bench. He brought a fierce mind as well. He had a lot to prove, didn't he? He thinks he's as good as the guy who's the starter. Wanted to prove it, and boy, did he on that play.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
Now Jones. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Still fighting for more. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 43-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 11 yards there, first down. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he stopped immediately there. Mostert. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now Jones, off play action. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. "35 yards that time on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Their own 2-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Murray. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Got a man over the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Here's Jones. Off the play fake. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Off the play fake, Jones. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. This is Mostert. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Try and run here with Mostert. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Play action. Jones. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
4 yards on
again, Peterson. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
They're going for it. It's Murray. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
43-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Jones. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the Cardinals' 33-yard line.
From the gun, Jones. Flushed out right. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Falcons push further out in front. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
28. Cardinals 14. Younghoe Koo.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return, the Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
At the 36-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Second and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Edmonds going to get the handoff here on the option. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He'll let this go for the end zone. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins, 31 yards. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. And it's up and good.
Makes the score Falcons 28, Cardinals 21.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
He'll buy some time right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter.
Cardinals 21.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Mostert. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
They know that old expression, it's not my night.
1 yard gain.
It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Isabella on the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Tackle made by Justin Evans.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Murray going deep for Hopkins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He's taken down.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They hand it off to Mostert. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones looking sideline, incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 11.
From the gun, Jones being chased out left. Now he'll square up and throw. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Might want to remember that 3rd down play, 37 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
At the 25-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Jones eluding the pressure right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jones. And this time he is in. Yes. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
On the return, Andy Isabella. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
On the return, the Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And there is a lot of shock in the stadium. The top seed, the favorites, really getting handled thus far in this divisional round and getting close to a disappointing one-and-done scenario in these playoffs.
Incomplete.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
At the 21-yard line.
Throwing again. Murray. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 45. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Off play action. Jones. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
4 yards to go.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
A gain of 3 yards.
They'll keep it on the ground. Patterson. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And this is going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
He's got a man complete. 30, the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, 96 yards. And the Cardinals get a bit closer.
For the 2-point conversion.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And this is going to be covered up by the Falcons. And that should just about seal it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped. And I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body, because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? They're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time and just go ahead that way to try and defeat any of the effects of moving to the West.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter.